Very good afternoon once again. And I just wanted to get in touch with you all, getting live. I had some time, so I just thought, why don't I get in touch with you all? So, okay, so start with some polling once again. Hope you guys like that. Okay, so what could be the polling action? So, this is the poll for today. I think it's a very simple question. Let me see how many of you can answer it up. So the reason why I just wanted to get in touch with you all because getting interactive sessions is very easy and very effective also. So as I really am interested in just to help you all, anybody needs any help. So apart from the topics which I just want have already covered in my uh, videos. Yes, there were some changes in the videos which I needed to do, which I'm working on. But meanwhile, I just wanted to include few of the use cases which are very important in terms of the risk analysis, mitigation plan, as well as the action plan, the particular set of corrective and preventive actions, all the quality gates, which I'm really emphasizing on. Hey, hi Ajay. Hi, how are you? Very good afternoon. Thanks for joining, man. So, oh, 50-50. Okay, not a problem. Very good. Please go. Please keep voting. Hi, Pamela. Hello. Hope you're doing fine. So, guys, basically, and I welcome every one of you to this platform. Thank you, everyone, for joining now. And just double press your mobile screen so that I can get some uh, likes on that. So hi Pamela, thank you so much. Hi. So basically this session why I just wanted to have with you all is uh, today's era of in the service delivery sector there are challenges. Yes, challenges will be there with ups and downs. uh, that will always be there, not a problem. But what are the, if we are working in an agile mode or any of the mode, today let's start with some very important form of, the risk and mitigation parts, where we really have sets of taking it up and in terms of very important factors, and it really helps in minimizing the escalations from the client, because that's what in other videos also I have just tried to explain you all. My motive is just to make these things more and more interactive, get in terms of the real time issues, and highlight the unknown risk, which really becomes a blocker in terms of, whenever there are any service delivery, and then we land to an escalation issues. Escalation management is something very different, which I'll definitely be covering up. But what will be the need of an escalation management if we really do not understand the important sectors where we used to hang on? So yes, as per the polling is concerned, Selenium is automation tool. No 55%, no 60%, 55%. Yes, only 42%. Okay, not an issue. You can keep on voting. I welcome each one of you to this platform. Thanks everyone for joining. First of all, so the use cases or which we discussed first time with the client is to understand the entire basic structure, maybe in terms of their legacy application. Even if they ask us to make some changes, we should have a real clear concepts of the legacy application, the business values of the customer very clearly, what are their needs, as well as uh, a high. So, you know, those things I have tried to cover up in my previous videos also, but I just wanted to come up with some use cases where I really felt to discuss with you all. There was a time, my dear friends, where I had to come up with an entire plan of delivery where it was a very fresh sort of activities, and we were doing the first digital transformation program with one of our clients. Now the initial plan was very simple, but I want you guys also to get involved in this discussions. That will be a really healthy discussions, right? Issues. I will not jump into the issues. I'll first try to come up with uh, the initial phase where we were discussing with the client. I'll not discuss the name as well as the whatever happened, but I can give you a fair idea and the issue exactly from where it started. Now, when we started discussing with the client, right, and the client has already clearly said that what are their basic needs, and this was a simple web application with some changes in terms of their legacy applications, with in terms of some changes in the databases, in terms of entire sort of look and feel, and few functionalities and was to be changed. This was clearly said that few only functionality has to be changed, and that was just the tip of the iceberg, my dear friends. Because if you do not ask the real questions right from the beginning from the client, it becomes very difficult for you in the later phase to have that get mitigated, because it is just like you are having into the you know sinking Titanic. But I'll tell you exactly what happened and what could have been avoided. So the client was there. We discussed that with the client. We sat together. We understood the business, and we tried to have our own understanding with a simple sort of prototyping, and discuss within our internal different stakeholders as per their expertise, as per the similar projects which they did in their past. And based on that, we presented a particular case study which was being reviewed internally by all the senior members, and then it was been presented to the client and all the stakeholders, whether from technical aspects, from the business aspects, from the marketing aspects. Everybody was there. And till that, the things was very nice. A lot of good praises with, and the lab was been set up. A lot of things was been taken care of, because new instruments were also being introduced, because we had to test on the real gadgets, and the entire functionality, how it looks. So everything was being incurred. The procurement team also so involved. So everything looked very, everything was very nice or something like that. Now, what is the definition of a nice is, if you do not have, I'll give you a very simple thing. A, B, C, D. Just take it as a segment. A is your front end. B, a high. B is your backend. Then there are APIs, which connects from front end to the backend. They work from analytical team, right? Involved. Hello, hello. Hi. Shivangi, hi, Shivangi. Uh, what was your question, by the way, Shivangi? If you have anything, please stop me. I'll just try to answer. Or you want to just say hello to you? Okay, I said hello. Okay, fine. So now, guys, exactly what happened is, when A team was working, they developed their piece of, whatever was been asked by them. They prepared the entire layout. The backing team started preparing their own layout, and as per the preparation was going on, everybody tried to complete it. But the issue exactly started when there was an integration, right? Integration is very important when one segment get integrated with another. And if there is no compatibility between the two sectors for, to get compatible, suppose your back end and the front end are not compatible, and your APIs or API are not integrated properly or implemented properly, then what exactly will happen is, it will really create a problem later on. So the front end, the back end, the APIs, and all the sectors which were involved in the entire projects, they were not compatible on the real ground. So, my dear friends, we just spoke about the issues which are open issues, but we do not know about those particular risks or the issues which can come up later on phases at as unknown risk or unknown issues. Now, this was a blocker. Now, now I'm coming to why I'm concerned about that, because in delivery excellence, we used to have a startup audit to check exactly if all the particular requirement as per the scope is ready before the actual execution process, whether the documentations are proper, your Jira or the tools which are using in the particular project are well, uh, configured on every system which are getting used, either as a laptop or a desktop. Then the access, what are the type of access been provided, who is leading what, and is the rules and responsibility clear for each one of them? Is your resource from different streams which you have hired on, are they placed on? Is there any background check which is remaining for any issues? So everything, and the review processes for every documentation in terms of the entire integration format, in terms of the entire inventory format. Are you working in an ODC, that is Offset Development Center? If that is the reason, what are the security things? that has to be taken care of with respect to the client. So everything has to be taken care of. And then you have processes which you are following it up, process audit, and then there is a delivery audit which comes at a very later phase. But this exactly happened at the earliest possible because there was a gap between a communication, clear communication gap. Whenever you are there was a discussion with the client, right? Now, what was the root cause analysis for that? Root cause analysis for this was we wanted to get the particular project as early as possible because we wanted to be in the market segment. We are doing this and that. Everybody does that. Every company, every vendor does that. But are you really prepared? Are you having those type of resourcing and the skill sets who can deliver? Right? I'm just pausing to everyone to welcome you all to the forum. Thank you for joining, each one of you. Thank you so much. So, guys, just keep polling. Okay, I'll have some more polls based on your responses. Okay, now coming back to the topic. So there was some gap in terms of communication, in terms of technology, in terms of a skill gap, and we wanted to have external resources also, but that could really create a lot of issues later on. So we wanted to upskill the internal resources. We did it, but to some extent, just give me an answer everywhere, everybody. Just not I'm only speaking. You should also come across. Suppose example, you are having 15 or 20 years of experience, or 10 years of experience, or 5 years of experience in Java technology. Okay, fine. Now you are hired by an organization. I'm not saying every organization does that. I'm just saying XYZ regions. Okay. So you're hired by someone based on your experience. But when you join, you come to know that you have to work not only in Java application. Just give me 1 second. Huh? Hey, hi all. I'm back. Sorry, there was an important call, so I need to just pick that. So yes, so issues really started from the requirement phase itself, but we tried to mitigate it. And what was the mitigation process? It was taken care of in terms of the iterative model. So what we said that we stood with the client and said it very clearly that now we are going to deliver this piece of work itself. And then if you say that it is exactly what is required by you, then we will be moving to the next segment. That will be a win-win situations, right, my dear friends? Because if a Java resource is working on a .NET activity, he or she has to be trained. Not only that, he or she has to be matching the entire skill set with the client side itself. Because if you are working in an hybrid model of on-site and offshore where client is also involved, then you have to match up. So that what we call in terms of management skill is having a rapport building with the client. You have to learn the particular concepts, how they are taken care of, and also you should learn the respective culture of the particular client. If you're working with a European client, you have to understand how the Europeans work. If you're working with an Asia Pacific client, then you should understand their way of working. So all these things really helps. And if you maintain a good rapport with the client, it becomes easy for you to communicate with them. And you have to raise a flag right on time. Okay, so that's what my in the last segment I just said, the graph between your x and y axis, where we say the every phases of SDLC, and on y axis the respective cost, which gets exponentially increased. So what we did is we prioritized it, send it to the client, get it review with them, get a sign off with what they needed, and delivered exactly what they need. Only that as an scope. And that was really passed from the client. They were happy. So that really helped us in having a good morale within the team. And that really helped us to deliver the entire set of project. So what is the bottom line and takeaway from this use case, or the particular situational based sort of activity? The first thing is communication and clear communication with the client. Get those things as scoping areas very clear, what we needed. And again, these are all very basic things which I discussed earlier, and these are important things, right? You use entire automation, you use entire artificial intelligence tool, you use every the latest tool, and that's the hygiene of everything, my dear friends. Get You just try not only to use the tool, try to create some AI agents, right? Try to learn Python language. I'm not saying that if you know it's fine, but if you really want to sustain in this IT industry for a long, keep yourself updating. I'm also updating till date. I'm updating. I read a lot. I get into the things, because if I am not getting updating myself, I will be left alone, right? So these were important things which I wanted to discuss in this session. Now coming back to the polls, Selenium is automation tool. Yes, 50%. No, 50%. Good. Now I think I'll just wait for a couple of more minutes, and then I'll just try to change this particular poll in such a way that you guys can get some more thing. Now come, and then I'll answer you exactly what the correct answer is, so that you guys can also explore it. That's a very simple way of doing it. There are a hell lot of topics on YouTube. You can go there. A lot of good trainers are there who have provided a lot of good materials on YouTube. And if you have your own laptops, you can download the entire jar files, and you can start doing your own set of hands on it. That's very simple. I don't want to go in more jargons and all. Okay, so keep going this, and also try to uh, like, just double tap the the screen. That will give you a lot of likes here, right? So you can get a lot of likes based on your YouTube channels, and that really helped me to grow further, and I can answer you out. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a couple of minutes. Let me see how many of you can join, and then I'll change this poll with some another polling. So keep polling. I'll be back in just some few seconds. Hello. Yes. So I'm back. Okay. So okay. So it's 50%, 50%. Okay. Should I wait or should I answer you all? Okay. So I'm answering this, and the answer to this question is yes. Selenium is an automation tool, and most of the particular project they use Selenium for entire testing or doing an automation. Now automation is uh, very simple. Basic is that functional regression testing is called as automation. So guys, answer is to your question is Selenium is an automation tool. I think if you guys are from the delivery prospects, if you are from the real core format of this, then you could understand. Else, if you guys are not from the technical background, then for you, the answer is yes. Selenium is automation tool. So thank you so much, everybody, to get participated. It's not a problem that you it's wrong or right or your answer no or yes. Not a problem at all. It's very nice that you have participated, and thank you everyone who has participated. So thank you so very much everyone for joining and participating in this forum. Okay. So okay. Now uh, I'll just have another poll for you all. So thank you for this, and let's see for another poll. So, guys, the motive of doing this polling is getting you guys engaged, have some fun in learning, that will really help you out to grow further in your prospects of your career. Okay, so that is what is important, and that that is where you learn a lot in terms of your delivery prospects of entire service format. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm just creating another fold for you all. Just wait. Okay. Hi everyone. So present Salam Baba. Okay. Welcome you. If you are from the delivery prospects, very good. So okay. So the next poll comes here is okay. So this is a little funny questions. Okay, this is very funny sort of activity which I asked you. Do you eat your food first or brush your teeth? See, the motive is very simple. That this question looks very, very, very simple, and this opinion is very simple. But there is some strategy behind asking this question with you all. So let me see how many of you join or how many of you can answer this up. Okay. So now coming back to the original, okay, I got one voting for it. So now coming back to the delivery format, my dear folks, whenever you feel any issues during your execution part, do not get panicked. Okay. Uh, just try to have your own set of brainstorming. Just try to understand each and everything. Try to do some backtracking. Take your own time. Yes, there will be time when most of the managers or your team members might not be very helpful to you. A lot of things can happen. So just trust your own instinct. Try to understand and start right from the beginning itself. It's not only in the terms of delivery, service delivery, or it is in terms of every sort of business, whatever you do. Most important thing is if your mobile gets stuck, what do? You used to format that, right? Or get your, the memories. You clean the memories, right? So that your applications or whatever. And worst thing is you just make it as a factory level of uh, you reset it to the factory level when the phone was just purchased. Yeah, right. So what happen is all your issues get resolved, right? So that is one way of doing it. So if you're doing it with a machine, why you don't use yourself for your own level of health or your working culture, everything, everywhere, whatever you do in your life, right? So just have a self belief, do sort of backtracking. When you do that, you come to a logical end, right? And then you realize what is the root cause analysis of this issue. Guys, whenever you go to a doctor for you're having a fever, right? Now the fever can happen because of XYZ reasons, many reasons. What is the simplest thing people used to do it? Today, everybody, okay, paracetamol, fine. You take it, fine. But again, if you're taking a 650 mg of paracetamol and you're not getting cured, then the doctor asks you to have some test to get that diagnosed, and then the right medicine is prescribed for you. So similarly, in test of in terms of quality, where I'm telling you, it is very important to understand the basics very clearly. Try to understand the technological aspects. Sometimes technological aspects are not that important. The behavior aspect is also very important. The communication skills are important. That's what I'm emphasizing and trying to back to basics, right? If you don't ask the right question right on time, if you don't communicate to the entire stakeholder right on time, if you don't raise the flag right on time, if you don't raise the risk and on time, and saying that okay, fine, early as possible you raise it. Many people in many organizations they just say okay, raise this risk at early as possible. See, early as possible, what do you mean early as possible? Earliest possible is not during your execution part. Earliest possible is when you're discussing with the client, ask the right question in the right direction as per your scope, Ask as many questions to the client which are relevant to the project. Don't hesitate in asking the questions, because more and more you ask the question, you get more and more clarity. And get your homework done. Before getting prepared, don't ever go and have any meetings, whether it is internal meeting, or you're having your external meeting, whether it is digital meeting or a face-to-face meeting in a meeting room. Whenever you need to give a presentation, be very clear. Many people give the presentation on the screen and say, okay, we did this, that. Your analytical skills are fine, but if you are only preparing this, that, too many informations, and doing too many analysis, that is called as paralysis of analysis. Don't get into that format, please. Just stick to the basic and do one by one and go one step ahead. And then when you do such activities, what happened is you have a confidence within the team, right? You know exactly who is doing what. Definitely in the agile model or DevOps model, everybody knows who is doing what, right? So keep your backup plan ready in terms of skills, in terms of everything, training, your uh, tools, your backup team, everything has to be prepared very clearly. And if there are any downtime period happening due to XYZ reasons, raise it immediately and track that timing. See, these are very small bit of things which everybody does. And today, the changing factor is that you have to be aligned in the agile model, your use cases, your sprints, then how many story you are going to handle in that. Are you able to do that or not? If you are not, if the planning is something different in the PI planning, then during the PI planning, if you do not have those right clarity, and if you don't have any questions, and you get stuck later on, that really becomes an issue. So for everything, you need to get prepared. And if you are prepared and you know what exactly you do it, you enjoy your work. Okay, now coming, do you eat your food first or brush your teeth? Oh, I'm very surprised. It's 50-50. Okay, so the motive of asking this or putting this is the sequential format, right? Or may I ask you a very simple question? During cooking your food, right, do you not lit up your gas and then put your, utensil on it to cook? Or without gas, you just cook everything and try to say, okay, everything is fine, right? So you have to get into a fire, you have to lit your burner, whether whatsoever utensils or whatever things you're using it up. And then that that level of temperature has to be maintained, whatever cooking you are doing it. Else what will happen is your food will get spoiled, you will not be able to eat. The motive of this asking this polling was very simple, is you should have a very sequential format of doing anything in your life wherever you do, right? Or a simple question. Let me ask a very simple question for them again. Tomorrow I'll have these things. Maybe whether uh, hen was or chicken was in the picture first, chicken came first or egg came first. So this is a very simple thing which everybody does. Everybody, asks this question. So guys, thank you so much for being the part of this session, this live session. And thank you every one of you, whoever has joined and answered. Okay. God bless you all. Be very happy in your life and keep learning and learning as much as possible, whatsoever you do in your life. Thank you so much. This is Animesh Verma again signing off from Animesh Verma Delivery Excellence. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.